Hello! It has been forever, it feels like, since I sat down and filmed a video in this house. I filmed some before we went away, then while we were away, and last week was a live video, so today, it feels like forever. Today's video is sponsored by Tan Beauty. This is going to be all about makeup obsession. This is the palette system you may remember me talking about before. It's this kind of click-in palette system, just to show you. They come like this, individual. They come in an actual casing as well, but they come in like individual pans that you can click into these empty palettes. And the current deal at Boots, I will link it below for you, is if you spend £15, you get one of these matte large palettes free, which means you could get, let's see, 6 eyeshadows. The way that they work out, you could get 6 eyeshadows and a cheap product and a palette for £15, which I think is a really good deal. But I thought today I would share with you my current picks, my current favourites, what makes up my large palette. I have swapped and changed over the time I've had the system, but these are my current favourites, and I'm going to use these, or some of these, in a Get Ready With Me today. Okay, so number one, I'm actually going to do my eyebrows, and I'm going to use this Freedom Brow Pomade in medium brown, which it might focus on eventually. And this has been my most used shade, for those of you wondering. Even before I did my hair darker, the medium brown was my most used shade. I think it was the closest to my natural brow colour. And then I'm going to use, this is a blush in Nude. I kind of use this like a bronzer, but it has got a sheen to it. Because it has that sheen to it, I wouldn't use it everywhere, but I pretty much use it in place of a bronzer as I would use a bronzer. Kind of like contouring, but not. And then I'm going to use this highlighter, this one here, which is highlight in bronze. And I'm just going to go slightly over the tops of my cheeks, but not too far down, because this is really quite sparkly for me. And I'm going to use this, let me work out what colour that is, this one in Celeste, this eyeshadow. And the eyeshadows are actually £2. The face powders are £3. I don't know if I mentioned that when I was talking about the offer. Where's that little brush gone? There it is. But the eyeshadows are only £2 and they're massive. I'm just going to define underneath my eyes, because recently I've been really into just a little bit of something to kind of create that shadow and make me look a little bit more defined and awake, but not as much eyeliner. And I'm going to use that in my crease as well. Then I'm going to use this shade, which is, trying to read upside down, actually a contour powder apparently. Really enjoying this as an eyeshadow. This is a contour powder in C101 Fair. But I have been using this. I suppose it still works, doesn't it? Then I'm going to use this really gorgeous bronzy colour, which is in LA. Let me make sure, yes, I am in shot. This reminds me of something, and I can't put my finger on it. It reminds me of another bronzy shadow. And then I've been so into a tiny little angled liner brush. I'm going to use the black, which is called Midnight Black. And I'm going to do a really soft liner. I just added mascara, and that is pretty much it for my eyes. I am going to put on a little bit of blush. This is really pigmented. This is the B106 Fancy, so I'm going to be super careful because I'm not great with blush. And lastly, lips. This is the Freedom Pro Melt in Exposed, and I'm going to mix it with this one in Bare. The Pro Melts blend together so beautifully. There are so many available as well. They've even got like a really vivid purple, some very, very bright pinks, and then like a dark, dark blue. So if you weren't into the alternate colours just as a solid colour, you could even mix them in and make something really unique. Really, really, really love the Pro Melts. So back to the palette. Obviously I didn't use every single shade. I am going to throw up some swatches now, but I will also link to a blog post where you can look at them a little bit more closely. There is one particular shade in here that I didn't use, and just, I'll swatch it for you, but I'm not even sure if I'll be able to do it justice. through a lens. This one here is called Blondie. I don't think I can capture it, but you see on my finger it looks golden, and on my hand it just really catches kind of a blue. So pretty. But the one that I wear most frequently would have to be this one, which is Celeste. That is this shade here. I mean, it's so neutral, but it's a little bit warm, and it's gorgeous all over the lid. A really easy colour to wear. And for me, who doesn't wear colour all that much, it's just a nice little bit of something different, rather than your average kind of mid-brown. So that is it. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like I say, all the links and all the information you will need are below. I do believe, although on the Boots website they've got that offer where you get the free palette, on the Tam Beauty website there are also some pre-made palettes, and they look like you're saving some money in buying kind of a pre-selected predetermined selection. I don't know. I'll link to that as well for you for information, and I will also link to my first video about makeup obsession, in which I swatch everything from the original line, because that may be of interest to you as well. So there'll be tons of links below. But otherwise, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.